Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Abled with your host, Eli and Freddy. So put your hands together if you are ready to get the show started. Let's go. Welcome to another episode of Disabled is Able, where we the disabled highly represent those who are disabled yet able. Our superpowers. Sports, music, culture.
Yeah.
Fredy, Eli, I am Dad. Good to see you guys. Fredy, I always like to ask you what's going on with school this week. And we're down to the finish, I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's going good. Last week of classes. Next week is the actual first day of finals.
Right.
I'm going to be absent again.
but we understand.
It's a valid reason.
We understand.
We got to take it out your paycheck. We got to take it out your paycheck.
We got to take it out of my paycheck. But it's fine. I'm going to get them grades.
And so you focus. You got stay focused next week. Lock in on those classes. Because then after that, you're a senior.
Right.
Wow.
Senior, baby.
This one went by fast.
It did.
Especially with COVID and stuff.
Yeah,
It really went by fast. But as you know, we here at Disabled is Able. We're proud of you.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to support you all the way through the journey.
Thank you.
And make sure you get what you need. Eli, thanks for taking me to hibachi on Friday, treating me to a nice hibachi meal.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
How was the rest of your weekend?
My weekend was good. We had some family over the weekend.
We did.
That was fun. And I watched Mortal Kombat yesterday. We'll get into that later. And yeah.
I watched the UFC fight over the weekend. Was it on Sunday or Saturday?
Yeah, no, Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. That fight was amazing. The whole card was amazing.
It was pretty good?
It was pretty good. The knockout was insane.
Look, I can't really watch UFC as much as I want to because this man right here, he's like, it's too violent, blah, blah, blah. He don't like people getting hit in the face, blah, blah, blah.
You can watch it in your room.
But I gotta pay for it.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna pay for it.
Exactly. So, yeah.
You have plenty of money. You pay for it.
Yeah, so, but nah.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
MLB Action. Let's get right to it. Steph Curry.
Yeah, we're down to the final stretch, guys.
We're down to the final stretch, but Steph Curry has hit 85 threes in the month of April so far, and that's the record held by James Harden had held it, right?
That's one of the records where James Harden was ahead of Steph.
Right.
In terms of like shooting, because usually Steph is just trying to outplay Steph.
Right.
And very impressive.
And he still has 2 games left.
2 games left. They play tonight, and then they play Thursday.
Oh, man. So he could put that.
So he going to put that
out of reach. He can get 100. He can get 7 each game.
Yeah, and
100 3-pointers in a month.
It's been scorching. He only had 1 bad game, and that was about 3 games ago.
Yeah, he didn't shoot well. Maybe 2 or 3 threes.
Right. And
so most of those threes that I've been seeing he's been taking is like really far.
Yeah.
Very far.
What I mean? It's like
the one against the Kings where he went behind because he lost the ball, hit off his foot, got it back. The shot clock was ticking down, went behind his back and just heaved it. I'm like, bro, that was
he's just heaving them.
Unnecessary. And I'm like, that was one of the like usually when stuff does that, I'm like, all right, great, because it's about to go in.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, that was a bit unnecessary. Like,
yeah, but when you're in that kind of zone the way he's in, it is showing his lethal ability to shoot. He has literally, we said it before, he's changed the game because I'm from the era where they only shot 4 or 5 threes a game.
Right.
It was usually late in the game, and you just try to get right above the line, the 3-point line. That was it. His ability to shoot so far back from the 3-point line has changed the entire way basketball is defended.
Yeah. And definitely, I mean, what they've been doing, definitely. Oh, I was going to say, he's definitely shut up the doubters that were in the beginning of the season. 100%.
Yeah.
Talking about
he's carried his team.
He's carried his team far enough. And if Kelly Oubre would have panned it out and maybe Wiggins would have stepped up.
If Clay would have been healthy,
the play would have been there.
Top,
then they would have been the top four, top five. Fighting for
even
another
them
title.
Now, I'm excited to see if they get in the playoff.
The play-in,
the play-in picture. I'm excited to see whether or not
And
Curry can knock a team off.
I think they can. If they get in,
they definitely can.
Yeah, they're gonna knock somebody off.
They would have to play right now. The way it's constructed, they would have to play San Antonio. I would definitely take Golden State
which is doable
in a one game, and then either play Portland or I believe there's another team I'm missing, or Minnesota.
Memphis.
Mm-hmm. And for the extra playoff for that 8th spot, because they basically just gonna try to fight for the 8th spot.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens with that, but I think Steph has answered all of the doubters.
Yeah, I mean,
at this point,
that was dumb to begin with anyway. But
yeah, well, people are always looking to sell stories,
and also he's been the second doubted player behind like LeBron.
Yes,
in terms of like expectations.
I mean, think about it. Like the last time we've seen Curry go out like this was before
Kevin Durant. Yeah,
before Kevin, even before like Clay became Clay.
Right.
It was just him, Iguodala.
Right.
And that's pretty much
and
it.
Remember, David Lee was on that team.
David Lee, Andrew Bogut, it was just them.
Yeah.
So, and even before that, he had Monte Ellis.
Jared Jack.
And Jared Jack.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So. Yeah. That was a good team.
Yeah.
Wasn't championship caliber, but it was good. Utah has clinched the playoff spot. Wow.
Yeah.
That's big for Utah.
Yeah.
They came out the gate early, and they haven't looked back. They have led this race from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
I think you have to give them credit. They've earned the number 1 seed.
They also did pretty well without Mitchell.
When is he scheduled to return? Does anybody know?
Not really sure. I mean,
obviously before playoffs, I would have said.
Yeah,
right. Because he had the same injury as LeBron.
I don't think that's severe.
High ankle sprain.
High ankle sprain. Same injury. And LeBron was out 18 games.
Right.
So that will put him back about the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's probably got to get a game or two under his belt.
And it all depends on who they play in the play-in because they're playing the first seed and second seed don't know who they're playing.
Right. Until
when the playoffs start.
The final day. Yeah. So we'll see how, because it's really all about matchups. If they facing somebody like Portland or
Golden State,
they could be in trouble.
And without Mitchell coming back
100%,
they can definitely knock off.
They could be in trouble.
Utah,
especially Portland. Portland turns up in the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of comeback, LeBron James is scheduled to come back this week. We don't know exactly which day.
I'm expecting tomorrow against the Wizards because that's a TV game.
Oh, you think he would want to come back on TV?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to come back when you're ready.
Why not come back on a TV game?
Well, I need him to come back healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll come back this week. It's scheduled this sometime.
Or maybe
against the best team in the East, the Wizards.
Yeah, the best team in the East, the Wizards.
East right now.
First of all, y'all lost. All right. First of all, hold on, real quick, because
who's carrying them right now? My boy Westbrook.
Yeah,
Westbrook.
Clap that up for them winning 8 straight.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Wizards. You're still not gonna make the playoffs, but
they're gonna make the playoffs.
No, they're gonna make the playoffs, man.
With the play-in?
Yeah.
They in the play-in?
No, they're like number
they in seventh
right now. Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not playing with me.
No, they are. Look on your phone.
Facts.
They are in the 7th position.
This is facts.
They have.
It's fine.
They have made their way. They have made their way.
It's fine. Eli doesn't want to accept.
Okay, no, guys, they're 10th. They're in the playoff spot.
Okay.
All those wins.
7 10.
They like one game.
How many games are they out of 7?
They are about a game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See if they lost that one.
No, well, they about 4 games out the 7th spot, but like 7 to 10th. Okay.
All right, we may have fudged.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, come on, guys, but congratulations on them. They lost to San Antonio, though. So
Well, we'll get to that too.
Let's clap it up for the Knicks because they won.
The Knicks lost last
night.
All
right, well, no, hold on. Let's clap it up for the Knicks winning 9 straight, though.
9 straight.
Come on, don't be doing that.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that.
They did win 9 straight.
They did, and they. Oh man, Chris Paul, you know you hear me, right?
He's dangerous. That is a dangerous man.
You know I respect your game, but I don't like you as a player, right? I don't know how you made those last 2 shots because I'm watching the last 5 minutes of the game. It was 98 to 103. I said, okay, the Knicks down by 5. Playing tough defense. They getting rebounds. D-Rose was passing it like D-Rose does.
Mm-hmm.
Randall hit a big shot in the corner for the 3. 110, 113. They get a stop, but they couldn't get the freaking rebound. Young guys. They don't know how to capitalize over opportunities.
Yeah.
And then Randall switched on Chris Paul. Played great defense. And I mean, like...
But that's a mismatch.
That is a mismatch.
It is. No, it is. And I thought... The way I looked at it, I'm thinking Chris Paul was going to cross him up. But the way Randall was on him, he stuck to him like glue.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how Chris Paul made this shot, but he heaved it up. It was sort of like the floater like AI does.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was an amazing shot. I'm not going to lie.
They turned the ball over quickly because they're the New York Knicks. They're still young. And he had a big time three. I don't know how you did it, Chris, but congratulations.
Yeah, Chris is the point guard.
Yeah. And I do agree that if they didn't lose to Brooklyn the night before, they wouldn't have played this tough.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, teams like that are not trying to lose 2 in a row.
Right.
And people are saying Chris Paul might be in the running for MVP.
Yeah, he could be.
Could be, bro.
He's never won an MVP.
No.
So think about it. Every team he's been on, they've gotten better.
They have.
I'm going to give him credit for that. I'm going to give him credit for that. I absolutely.
And he's basically leading his team because Devin Booker hasn't really, like...
No, yeah,
hasn't been on the table.
Yeah, I know.
But Chris Paul won't have the numbers.
Right.
He won't have Jokic's numbers.
Yeah, I know that.
Or Embiid numbers.
Yeah.
But he should be considered.
He should be considered.
Yeah. I'm only worried about 2 players when it comes to playoffs. Paul George and Chris Paul. Because they both don't show up in the playoffs when it matters most.
I'm not going to say that about Chris Paul. I think he's been injured more than anything else.
No, there was a few times, though, where he choked.
Choked?
No, he hasn't choked.
No. Lob City, them guys choke. Chris Paul don't choke.
Okay.
Stop that.
Okay.
I'm still your father. I'll smack you across your face.
Okay. So in those Clippers moments, it wasn't his fault.
No.
It was the players around him.
Remember, Blake Griffin can't really get his own bucket. DeAndre Jordan can't get his own bucket.
JJ Redick gets the spot up.
He's a spot-up shooter, and people were sending 1 and 2 guys at him. He give the ball up as a point guard does. You got to make shots.
Yeah, okay.
And against the Rockets, you saw what happened. Hamstring, it's nothing you can do about that.
Even when he was with Lob City, he would make the clutch shot. Against San Antonio, beat him.
I am going to give him credit. He is the most clutch point guard in the last 3 seasons in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So,
Kevin Durant is back, and he is cooking. It's like he's in a microwave. Like he don't even need warm-up games. He just come in the game and start cooking.
And he came off the bench on purpose.
He came off the bench on purpose, and he said he'll play, but he'll play under 30 minutes. So I'm thinking, okay, 5 minutes in the second quarter, take a break. He'll come 5 minutes, 6 minutes in the third quarter, and if it's close, he'll play another 6 minutes. Mm-hmm. Either way, it'll be under 30 minutes, because they said he'll play under 30 minutes. So I'm watching the game. They bring him in the second. He plays the whole second quarter. He plays the whole third quarter. I'm like, okay, now we kind of getting near the time. He sat out 2 minutes in the fourth quarter and played the next 10 minutes of the fourth. And I'm like, he played under 28 minutes. He played exactly 28 minutes and dropped 33 points.
Yeah.
Like he ain't never left.
Yeah.
He's the most efficient.
He is, bro.
Easiest scorer I've ever seen.
They call him the easy money sniper.
And it's just like, and Kyrie's just doing Kyrie.
And Kyrie's doing Kyrie. If Harden comes back, they're gonna be good for the coming out of the East.
Yeah, but it depends on when Harden comes back.
Yeah, because he's been out indefinitely.
He's gonna miss the rest of the regular season now, and he might miss the first 2 rounds of the playoffs.
But then he's done. There's no way you can show up in the third round and be effective.
Finals,
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. They might.
You need games under your belt for your timing, your rhythm, and they don't have no chemistry. None of them. How many games all of them been on the court at once? 7 games.
5 and 2.
5 and 2. It's not enough games. 7 games is not enough.
So, do the Nets go to at least the Eastern Conference with KD and Kyrie?
I'm not sure. I think they could, but Philadelphia is tough, man, because they have no answer for Embiid in the middle.
Side note, we might get an upset with the Knicks. Because they don't want to face the Knicks in the second round.
Nobody wants to face the Knicks in the second round.
If the Knicks beat the Nets, oh my God.
Yeah, the city will be turned upside down. That can't happen.
That
if that happens, my Lord.
It might happen. The Knicks have been playing. First of all, they've been playing great defense.
Yeah.
And there's already a rivalry there, bro.
Right. And I think Randall got beef with them too because the ref was.
Listen, I think they are one player away.
I think this is what's gonna happen. You said they have what 50 million. Don't try to bite my hand. They have 50 million in the cap space, right?
Yes.
I think they're gonna use most of it for Drummond because y'all only have him for a rental. I can't resign him.
Okay.
Nah, we don't need Drummond.
Listen to my strategy.
No, you got Noel's.
Here's the thing, though. It's Drummond. That's a guaranteed 15, 20, and like 10 blocks at best.
Yeah, he plays.
Right?
I don't know about 10 blocks.
All right, well, 5.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Just listen to my strategy.
He's 20 rebounds.
Okay, yeah. Listen to my strategy. Don't try to hate.
Okay.
You use most of that for him because I don't know how well Robinson's going to come back from this foot injury. He's slinky.
Right.
Big, but slinky.
Yeah.
And then you use the remainder of the cap and sign LaMelo Ball. With LaMelo Ball, Drummond, Randall,
they can't sign LaMelo Ball, bro.
No, he's up in free agency. The front office is talking about signing
LaMelo?
him. I mean, not LaMelo. I'm sorry,
Lonzo.
My bad, I'm sorry. Lonzo. Yeah, Lonzo. My fault. Lonzo, Drummond, Randall, the young cats that they already had. That's a squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not when you a chip.
No, we're not talking about chip, but we're talking about because he was talking about having like a tender, like a one major piece that they need.
Okay, so you're saying that this year is a fluke, essentially.
No, it's not a fluke.
I'm saying we're talking about the cap money, the cap space that they have.
They got a lot of money to spend in the offseason.
Yeah. So I'm saying the two pieces that could help the Knicks be a consistent, like, okay, we're going to keep winning these games is a Drummond and Alonzo.
All right. I can see that.
I say if they make the 4th seed and win a round this year, that's a great step. That means other free agents will now look at New York as a destination.
Right.
And say, if I get on this team, the way they're coached and the way they're structured, I can help them reach.
Drummond is the biggest target.
Drummond doesn't need the ball, so that helps.
Right. Yeah.
He's not going to take up a lot of shots.
A pure point guard like Alonzo.
That could help, yeah.
Who can hit you?
I think Alonzo wants to go play with his brother.
That's
in
very
Charlotte,
possible.
yeah.
That's
a possibility.
And then you force them to sign the other brother just because.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if you want me, I'll come. But my brother
got to come. Yeah. So you have the 3 ball brothers in Charlotte.
Shout out to Charlotte because they spanked Boston. I watched that game and they annihilated.
I'm not coming back, bro. I'm excited for these playoffs.
Yeah,
I like these kids.
I'm scared about the Knicks because of Dolan. Like, I feel like Dolan
can
and ruin everything.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I think Worldwide West and Leon Rose there
are preventing that
from happening. They know what they're doing.
Shout out to Charlotte, though.
In sad news, Kentucky freshman Terrence Clark died in a car accident at age 19. I think he was more than a freshman. I'm not really sure.
No, he played 1 year with Kentucky.
He played 1 year with Kentucky? I think he transferred from somewhere else. Right. But it's unfortunate. We send our condolences out to his family. It was a one-car accident. And guys, as you guys are getting older and start driving, you have to be responsible. He ran the light.
Yeah, wasn't wearing a
seatbelt.
He had just signed with Clutch
Management. You know what I mean?
The day before.
So I'm hoping there wasn't no drinking involved.
Right.
You know, as a part of a celebration.
Right.
And you know, young people have a tendency to think they're invincible. That you know, nothing can happen to them. So we want to send our condolences out to his family in hopes that he will, his memory will live on.
Right, and hopefully that the NBA honors him in the draft night.
Yes, please honor him on the draft night. Last thing about sports, we already said Brooklyn is number 1. I don't think they're going to stay there at number 1. I think Philly is going to beat them.
For the number 1 spot?
For the number 1 spot, It's all depending who has the easiest schedule.
Right. And then,
from this point on. If Brooklyn faces Philly, what are they gonna do with Embiid? He's gonna go for 40.
Yeah, because they don't have that Aldridge. Because the Aldridge would have prevented.
Right, at least slow them down or something. He's gonna go for 40 and 15 every game.
So now you just gotta hope that Kevin and Kyrie outperform their bench like their starters.
Yeah. And I'm honestly excited for the underdogs in the East. The Knicks,
Charlotte.
Miami.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Like all of these teams.
Atlanta. How serious are we taking Atlanta?
Atlanta's right there.
Atlanta's right there.
Ever since they made the coaching change and brought Nate McMillan. See, Nate McMillan was the assistant. Remember, he did well in Indiana for years. Right. You know what I mean? So,
he did.
Right. Once he took over, they went on that 8-game winning streak of their own. So Nate McMillan is a tough coach.
I'm hearing Collins is having some issues with the way Trae Young is handling the rock, I guess.
Yeah, he's maybe over dribbling a little bit.
So,
but that's something you can work out in the off season. And Nate McMillan to say, listen, forget the over dribble. You're not Steph Curry.
Right.
You have to create your own identity.
Right.
This team doesn't need you to pull up from 40 just because you feel like it.
And we don't have the weapons that Golden State
we don't have to create
when Steph
the floor space.
They do technically because they have Gallinari. They have, but there's not the same.
That ain't Clay and Green and Kevin Durant. So
but I'm not taking them that serious because they don't play defense.
Yeah.
They give up a lot of points.
And they hurt my man LeBron.
They did.
Oh,
that young cat.
That's foul.
I don't know who.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Freddie, I've been watching the Yankees, and they're up and down. Yeah. Win a game, lose a game.
Your man Gio, though, been balling.
He's been balling. Shout
out to Gio. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's been balling. Consistency. I don't know what to say. I feel like it's still too early to judge.
I feel like we're in a time loop where like the Knicks are balling and the Yankees suck.
Yeah.
How often is that?
Right.
That never works out that way. Like even the Mets, they've been winning, losing.
Winning and losing.
But that's not what it is in baseball.
Yeah.
So like in other news of baseball, San Diego and
Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
Yo, that was a crazy. Shout out to Tatis Jr. because he came back from his injury, I believe, right?
He came back from his injury.
Whoa! I thought he was out for the one. He hurt his shoulder.
He came back. He came back.
He came back on a vengeance.
And he
had 4 home runs in 2 games.
Oh boy!
He had 5 in 3 days because he had 2 Friday against the Dodgers, 2 again on Saturday, and then he had 1.
And this against Kershaw and Trevor Bauer.
So who won the series?
I think the Padres did.
The Padres
but
did.
the Dodgers won that last game. But Tatis Jr. he hit 1 Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So he had 5 in 3 days.
Yeah, 5 in 3 days. He's insane. And then in other news, Angels pitcher who hits as well.
Oh my God!
Yes,
Tony. He's the first pitcher since Babe Ruth to lead the league in home runs as a pitcher.
Wow.
Dude, he does everything.
Yeah, Babe Ruth.
I really wish he
would. Well,
would.
it was before my time, but they said he would. He was a pitcher for years.
Yeah.
He's the first one to do that since Babe Ruth.
I really wish.
That's incredible.
Like he goes into
he didn't want to come to the Yankees.
I know.
Remember?
I
don't think he wanted to stay in a warm weather place.
He wanted to be in the National League.
Oh,
he wanted to pitch.
Got you.
Oh, right.
For us,
I'm sorry. He wanted to be in the American League because he wanted to pitch some days and then
DH.
DH.
Got you. Right. Yeah.
But either way, because the Angels.
So on the days he don't pitch, he's their DH.
He's a DH.
Yeah, which is
on a regular.
Yeah, on a regular.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. That's why he has so many runs.
And his pitching skills is nasty.
You know, he's nasty.
He's nasty, but his hitting skills is crazy too. When he be at that plate, I like to look like he's.
I saw him pitch in the game where he had a big time bunt, got on base, and the way the ball goes, it goes down right, and it goes way down. It's like, dude, you didn't have to swing at that. You're still
it's crazy.
Swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of movement. A lot of action.
He's the first pitcher to do that.
But why are the Angels so bad as a squad? Like I don't understand.
I mean, it's coaching. It's pitching. Their pitching is not that good either.
Besides
him, and just all the players around him. Like,
because how was Trout playing?
Trout was still doing Trout.
Okay.
Right, with him and Trout, you figure
Trout, but in baseball, you need more than 2 people. Like, you need
I thought Albert Pujols would be their vet who gets some big time.
It's time for him.
Yeah, but he's just at this point he's just trying to finish out his contract. He has like 1 more year left.
Oh yeah, he's just trying to finish
it out.
Get his money.
So I don't know. I mean, and you never know when they could catch heat because they could make some moves.
Yeah, no, this is baseball.
You know what I mean? Like baseball.
It's a long season.
Remember how when the Nationals won the chip like 2 years ago?
Shout out to the Oakland A's real quick. 'Cause they won 13 straight before they lost their last game.
Oakland A's started off 0-8, and now they won.
Remember, yeah.
They started off 0-8,
We were
and
worried
now
about
they're
this.
first. Now they're first because they've won 13 straight since they've lost. So that's how it is in baseball. Whoever catches fire at the right time, right moment.
Yeah, Nationals definitely did that 2 years ago.
That's exactly what they
100%.
did. Nobody thought, like, if you would have asked me, the Nationals would have won the championship, I would have been like, you're crazy.
Crazy.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
In culture, H.E.R. wins the best original song at the Oscars.
Shout out to her.
For what movie was that? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I'm not really
Not sure. Not sure.
But shout out to her for getting that. I'm a bit.
Her name is so funny. Her.
Yeah. I'm a bit conflicted because I'm always conflicted with the Oscars. Credit. Her won her first Oscar. Kobe got his.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the both of y'all. And then it took them years to give my guy Leonardo. Because I'm a big Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Great actor. He's been in iconic films. And you gave him an Oscar for a film where he got molested by a bear. And he didn't speak the entire film.
Yeah.
It's all about the art, bro.
True story. He should have won.
He should have won. But that's why. No, that's and that's the thing. He could have won for either Titanic, because that was a classic film at the time when that dropped. Great Gatsby. You love that film.
I love that film.
The Wolf of Wall Street. The way him and Jonah Hill was acting in that. Django and Inception.
Inception.
Yeah. No, Inception is a classic.
Bro.
What?
Yeah, he's good.
And you telling me you're gonna give him a film for where he got molested by a bear?
Dude, he didn't.
And he didn't.
But remember, they did the same thing.
Dude, the way the bear was attacking him, I felt violated for him.
But remember, they did the same thing to Denzel Washington.
But then Denzel win it for Training Day?
But he won it for being a crooked cop. He did Malcolm X. He did Glory. Yeah. He did a bunch of movies. The one with the kid, his son, who was
sick. The one with the train, where he's the train conductor.
Yeah, he did some.
Yeah,
and they gave it to him for being a crooked. It's weird. Don't try to figure out the Oscars.
All right, but congratulations. I'm always a little bit bitter with the Oscars and the Grammys,
but the movie Soul with Jamie Foxx wins for Best Animated Film.
That's Jamie Foxx's second Oscar, I believe, right?
He didn't get an Oscar for that.
Right. But he was in the film, right?
Yes, he was in the film. Daniel Kaluuya wins Best Supporting Actor for his role in Judas and the Messiah. Right. She won for Judas, original song for Judas and the Messiah. And Chadwick Boseman, who we thought would win, him passing, and he didn't. He got robbed, but the family.
But the family is not upset. Yeah.
Did they at least honor him?
No, I'm pretty sure they honored him.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
I know Joey Badass and Diddy.
Yes, he won. He won one for Two Distant Strangers.
Yeah, him and P Diddy.
Yeah, so I'm happy about that.
They won.
Joey Badass, yeah, from New York.
I like Joey Badass.
I love his music.
And
Kevin Durant won one too. Or am I wrong?
No, you bugging.
I'm bugging? No, I swear I read this. Kevin Durant and somebody else won an Oscar.
No, everybody winning Oscars now.
I don't know.
I'm also
That's what I'm saying. Since when did athletes?
I know,
I read
We gotta understand. We usually just focus on the major films,
right? Okay.
But there are many categories.
Right.
Yeah, many categories. I'm hearing Young Thug dropped a new album last Friday. More like a compilation.
To me,
promoting some of his artists.
Label album. YSL.
The way I'm gonna break this down is great album. I love it a lot. Mm-hmm. It was very different. He had different. It wasn't just like one consistent long song.
Right.
It was very different. He was rapping on certain beats where I didn't think he can rap on them.
Oh, no, his voice is an instrument.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
He's evolved since the last time we heard of him, like back in 2014, 2015.
He's more rappy, which I like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the feature with Drake and Future.
Cookie on that. That song was supposed to be on Certified Lover Boy.
Ooh.
Young Thug, I think it was Gunna, called Drake. It was like, bro, we need this song. give us a song. And Drake was like, here. So the fact that Drake is giving out these songs that is confirmed to be on the album.
So is he gonna replace that song with a new song?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Probably got tons of
this
songs.
album gotta be fire because he's been giving out way too much fire.
Right. Not liking it as a whole. I feel like this collaboration album was supposed to feel. I mean, this album was how Playboy Cardi's album was supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in terms of the
in terms of hype.
In terms of hype and anticipation, and then when we finally got that Playboy album, it was just like.
Yeah, no, I did not listen to that.
It was a huge disappointment.
This has been like a lot of people have been listening to this. I've listened to it a few times. Most of my friends have listened to this. Like people are loving this album.
Clap it up for Young Thug and his label because they really showed it.
And Young Thug and Gunna the other day hosted bail for 30 inmates.
Yeah, who couldn't make bail? Low crime inmates, and they put that money up and got them out. So I always thought that was what's up. So Babs Bunny, right?
Bad Bunny?
Yes, and the W's wrestling again?
Yes. So the results of his appearances on WWE came in. And according to these results, he brought in a lot of viewership. So 31% between the ages of 18 and 34 years of age spiked from the moment he joined.
Nice.
And his appearances, this is crazy. His appearances generated the WWE close to $700 million.
Wow.
From all the Raws,
that he's done.
The Royal Rumble performance, WrestleMania, all of that equates to $700 million.
I dropped a bomb to that. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bread.
Yep. So he's
bread
on the
makes
top of
sick.
the world.
Yeah.
And another side note about Bad Bunny, his tour dates that sold out recently, they're projecting that tour to be in 2020 the most highest paid tour. Should bring him around $75 to $85 million when he's done.
Nice.
In the U.S. alone.
Right.
So this man is low key.
Sing.
Yeah, this man is.
And being international like that, you gotta learn different languages.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's shout out to one of my favorite franchises as a kid because my two older brothers used to put me onto this, Mortal Kombat, which dropped on Friday.
Clap that up, dropped.
And drop a bomb to this because they made $22.5 million over the weekend in the box office.
All right, clap that up. Yeah, there was some controversy.
Is that good?
Yeah,
in terms of
in terms of box office, in terms of storyline.
Corona.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
I love the storyline. It gave me from the film when it first dropped in 1995 vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I love the storyline, the way that they matched it up. Also, guys, I gotta remember. One, this is a story. They're trying to tell a story. It takes time to build up. Y'all act like it was supposed to be the sequel or like the second one or the third one right away. No, I'm trying to build a story.
And the first one is always laying the foundation.
Right, foundation. And whatever else y'all complaining about, I don't know why y'all complaining about it. It took us 25 years to get to this point. Just enjoy it. Because Warner Brothers kept turning it down for the last 2 decades.
Right, they kept
bringing them mad scripts on like, yo, can we do this? Can we do that? And they only gave them like $500,000.
Wow.
Like not $500,000, but like they gave them a low budget. That's why it looks the way it looks.
Okay, gotcha. So they had
sort of like how when Ryan Reynolds was trying to get Deadpool on the market.
Yes.
And they only gave him $500 million.
Yeah.
And he made it $1 billion corporation. So now they're so yeah. Enjoy it.
And with that being said,
do all that with 500?
No, it's
it's probably a little bit more, but I'm just estimating. It was a low budget. Hold on, before we exit out. Big time news. Billie Eilish is dropping her sophomore album, Happier Than Ever, July 30th.
And really obviously we'll be talking about that between now and July.
I'm excited about it. Yeah, I can feel the way y'all don't really know about how I do. I'm very excited about this.
All right, where can we be reached?
We can be reached on Twitter at Disabled Podcast, Instagram at Disabled_is_abled podcast on Instagram, and then follow us on Disabled Podcast on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, have the subscribership go up. the viewership go up. I've been paying attention to that. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. All right? Peace out.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Able with your host, Eli and Freddy. So put your hands